My name is Aaron, and what happened on Frost Peak Mountain? It still feels unreal. We had just reached our wooden cabin, me, my cousin Ria, her friend Milo, and our guide, Cade. The fire was crackling, and we were finally warming up when the radio buzzed. A man's voice warned of an unknown biological threat near the northern ridge. Cade, our experienced guide, just waved it off. He said the mountain always had its strange stories. But as darkness filled the windows, a different kind of story began. We started hearing slow, dragging footsteps circling the cabin. A rhythmic scrape against the snow. Milo, ever the brave one, peeked through the frosted glass. He whispered that someone was outside. But the figure that suddenly slammed its head against the window wasn't human anymore. Its skin was gray and stretched tight over its bones. Its eyes were milky white, completely clouded over, and its jaw hung open at an unnatural angle. Before we could even scream, more shapes emerged from the swirling snowstorm. They were staggering, limping, and their groans were carried on the wind, a chorus of absolute despair. The cabin door shuddered under their combined weight. The wood groaned, then started splintering. Cade yelled for us to run. He kicked open the back door, and we burst into the blizzard. The wind was a physical force, pushing us back, and we could barely see through the whiteout. Behind us, the shrieks of the undead echoed, a sound that will never leave my nightmares. We stumbled blindly through the snow until we crashed into an old supply shed. We slammed the door shut and barricaded it with old crates and rusted tools. For a moment, we could breathe, but that's when Milo revealed it. A deep, bite mark on his arm. His voice shook as he insisted he was fine, that it was just a scratch. But minutes later, his breathing changed. It became a rattling, shallow gasp. His pupils clouded over, and with a feral snarl he lunged at us. Cade fought him, shouting for Ria to take me and run. She grabbed my arm and dragged me back out into the storm as Cade's screams filled the night behind us. The storm escalated into a violent cyclone. The wind was so strong it felt like the mountain itself was trying to rip us apart. One moment I was clutching onto the back of Ria's coat. The next, a powerful gust threw me down a steep snowy slope. I was tumbling over and over until everything around me turned into a disorienting blur of white. When I finally stopped, I was alone. I called out for her, screaming Ria's name until my throat was raw, but only the howling wind answered. I had no idea where I was or which way to go. All I knew was I had to keep moving. I pushed myself up and trudged forward, step by step, agonizing, until the ground beneath me suddenly collapsed. I fell into a hidden snowy cave, the entrance sealing behind me as the cyclone hammered the mountain above. The ice had trapped me, but in a strange way, it also saved me. I could hear them, the undead, their claws scraping at the surface just above my head, but they couldn't reach me. I huddled in the cold darkness, repeating Ria's name like a prayer until my voice cracked and faded into nothing. I don't know how long I was down there. Hours? Maybe days? Time lost all meaning. But then, I heard something different, muffled shouting from above. A faint breakthrough of light appeared as rescuers dug through the packed snow. Strong arms pulled me out, wrapping me in thick blankets. Police officers hovered over me, their faces grim, asking questions I could barely understand. All I could do was stare back at the mountain, still shrouded in swirling storm clouds. I whispered, "They're still up there." And somewhere beneath that endless, chilling white silence, "I know they still are."